No, it's just a preseason game. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Hoo, hoo. The season kicks off tonight. We're going to start doing pregame shows, a little bit of halftime, and of course postgame like we always do. Tony Camino, new writer for BelieveInTheLand.com. What is BelieveInTheLand.com? You should know by now. Click on the link. Woof, woof. Go check it out. BelieveInTheLand.com. He is. Talk a little Jets, a little Browns before we kick off here today. And remember, go to BelieveInTheLand.com. Do you want tickets for said Commanders-Browns game? Then you better sign up right now in the newsletter. There's Tony Camino.
Hey, how we doing?
Oh, my gosh. How are we doing? It's the first game, dude. We're fired up. Tony has the analytical side. I might be a little bit more emotional coming in. A lot of comments coming in, hot, fast, and furious. We'll try to answer them all as we go on. Tony, I'm most excited. Actually, not about the quarterbacks as much as I am Jerome Ford. I really want to see Jerome Ford play. I think it's important to see what he can do. I really want to see what he is going to provide on an everyday basis, and I haven't seen Jerome Ford do much. I'm most excited to see him 34-26 already, no limit tomorrow, or doing picks. Don't worry, Tony's going to tell you what to do and what not to do. But, Tony, that's my right lead off. I want to see Jerome Ford play.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see him.
Me too, but he's not playing tonight. Did you see the list?
No, who's playing?
The list is longer than inactives. They probably just should have said who was playing.
Read it right now. Read it right now.
Let me pull this up right here. Hang on.
Breaking news or not breaking?
It's like 30 people. This might take a little bit.
Okay, go.
Well, it's all. Well, basically just all the starters.
So no starters?
No starters. And we kind of get a better idea of who the starters are. Because the only two D tackles not playing are Dalvin Tomlinson and Tristan Hill.
Okay.
Browns preseason. Let's check it out.
I am surprised Ford's not playing.
Me too.
Ford needs to play. He needs to get some reps. I think that's surprising. I would assume Tillman's playing.
Tillman is playing. I believe Tillman's playing.
Ika should play. Tootie Snoop Dogg, El Camino, Louder, dropping
What's up, Cannon?
But as he gets that list, I am disappointed about Jerome Ford. I really want to see him play. Tony, I really wanted to see the guy play.
I did too. That was kind of like the only one I was really looking forward to besides the okay, here we go.
All right.
So Greg Newsome, Juan Thornhill, Amari Cooper, Deshaun Watson, Anthony Walker Jr., J.O.K., Elijah Moore, Jakeem Grant, DPJ, Michael Woods, Dobbs, Jalen Darden, Marquise Goodwin, Denzel Ward, Delpit, MJ Emerson, Chubb, Rodney McLeod even isn't playing. Then
Rodney McLeod.
Mike Ford, Jerome Ford, Matthew Adams, Taki, Jacob Phillips, Obo, Posick, Jed Wills, Batonio Teller, Conklin, Tyrone Wheatley, Jordan Akins, David Njoku, Harrison Bryant, Delvin Tomlinson, Myles Garrett, Tristan Hill, Zadarius Smith. So, like, no.
Well, the biggest name is Ford. I would have loved to see Ford play. Anthony Schwartz, look, I will be polite here. I think Anthony Schwartz is a nice young man who absolutely stinks at football. He's very fast. I'm done. Do you need to see more of Anthony Schwartz? I don't need to. I think they should cut him.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's going to be right on that border this year, especially with who knows what's going on with Goodwin and his blood clots. He might sneak on this year just because of that. We'll see.
So Tony Camino is okay if Schwartz
I didn't say I'm
runs
okay with it. I'm just saying what might actually happen.
No.
I'd rather
I'm
see
nervous
David Bell get more of a chance. I know he doesn't got that 4.2 speed, but it's like we saw with the 4.2 speed happens with Schwartz. He's got no hands, he's got no route running.
Schwartz, I would not trust Schwartz with a water bottle going across the middle, let alone a pass. Nick Harris is back. That's exciting, I guess. Jack Bunzy putting 500 on the first play to be a run because Tony said so. That avoid Jack.
I didn't say that, but all right.
Analytics Tony says no go. I want to see Ika. I want to see McGuire. I did not hear you say Cameron Mitchell, so that's good. He's not a rookie. I see him play some more. They say Alex Wright. I want to see Alex Wright too. I want to see. I guess I'm hung up on it. I am very surprised about Jerome Ford. I'd love to see that guy play. I think he needs the reps.
I feel like it's because of how big of a role he's going to play, though. Like, you can't afford to lose him because then Felton's RB2, John Kelly's RB3. We don't need that.
I don't get the feeling DTR's the next Michael Vick, no limit. I think you should be very excited about DTR playing the second half and just leave it there. I think it's very nice to play the second half. If we got Michael Vick as a third-string quarterback, watch out. watch out. Tony, who I know today's a lot of rookies. Is there a rookie to you that you really want to watch? Anything you're going to be looking for?
I think the easiest one that's the most fun to watch for is looking at those receivers, because I think that's where it's like we carried 6 last year, and like we've already got 5 not playing actually. So we've got David Bell, Schwartz, Marquise Goodwin being out. Like there's going to be a big name that we all know, that all fans who watched the Browns last year are going to know, that gets cut. So I'm really interested to see, can Schwartz look playable? David Bell, can he show, like, I know he doesn't have the physical attributes, but he was a gamer at least. He was a baller at Purdue. Can we see something from him? That's what I'm looking for, though.
I love me some Purdue, so I'm okay with David Bell. Cedric Tillman is going to be DK.
Definitely.
We'll see. Who's CB Cleveland got in the draft? Cameron Mitchell. Alex Wright playing. Yeah, I want to see Alex Wright play. It's been now a set year 2. Again, this kid Eke out of Baylor. We'd love to see what he can do. There's been a lot of discussion about wide receiver. Again, I feel bad. Anthony Schwartz is a nice kid, and I know he's fast. Kid stinks. He stinks. He should not be playing in the NFL. I can't do this. BK Rod, a good fan of the show. Opportunity for Schwartz and DTR. I think there's a lot of excitement about DTR. Are you on the DTR excitement train? There's been a lot of excitement today.
I like quarterbacks that can move, so throwing him into that mix. I don't love how he can throw the ball, but I think Stefanski's going to dumb down the offense and make it really easy for him. A lot of rollout stuff where he doesn't have to read the whole field, and I think he can really let his legs show.
I do think DTR, I saw him play at UCLA. I know we use this term a lot in sports. He is raw, but he does have some ability. He can really throw. I am not a Kellen Mond believer. I was not a believer in him at A&M. I heard the other gentleman that I talked before the pregame, and he's a guy that does throws the ball short. He's very athletic, but Mond doesn't show the quarterback arm. I think DTR might. UCLA beat LSU last year. Or was it 2 years ago? I think it was 2 years ago or a year ago, and I was impressed. And DTR played well in that game. Who's going to start quarterback? It's going to be Mond, DTR jumping over Myles Garrett. That was nasty. PK Rod Watson will play third. Yeah, I think PK Rod. I actually think, and by the way, if people want tickets to this, he's going to play the Commanders game. He's going to play game 2. It's been pretty made clear, PK Rod. He is going to practice in those simulated games with the Eagles. He's not going to play in the preseason game. Do you think, okay, I've admitted, Tony, I am still nervous about Deshaun Watson. I am not sold on it yet. Are you sold on the Watson experience?
I'm about as sold as you can be without the results showing on the field, because, like, everything that the film suggests is that his arm's still there. His arm accuracy is there. His talent's there. He can still escape plays. He was making the right decisions, but, like, half a second too late. And that, obviously, half a second in football is everything. So once that rush comes off, getting the full offense, and, like, jumping in, he took over the Jacoby Brissett offense. We're not going to be running that this year. It's going to be completely different. So I have a lot of faith. I mean, I would hope most Browns fans have the faith. We're paying him a lot of money. But I do think he'll get back to, like, a top 10 level.
I love Tony. Tony makes me feel better for games. Folks, I'm nervous. I'm nervous about Watson. I love the defense. I'm sold on the defense. If the defense stinks, I've lost all my teeth as I crash them as I face plant on the ground. I think his defense is legit. I gotta see Deshaun Watson play well, Tony. I need to see it. Definitely. I need to witness a couple. Do I think he has it in him? Oh, sure. I just need to see it. And let me ask you this. I've been hard on him last year. Are you a believer in Stefanski? I know this is a preseason game. This is not going to determine his job. But are you a believer in Stefanski?
I am. Maybe not necessarily as, like, a head coach, but we're kind of in that era of NFL where it's like you're going to pick having a good coordinator who just happens to have that title over a guy who's got the better intangibles or whatever you want to say. But bottom line is we've been a top 10 offense for, like, the last 3 years, and we've had Baker Mayfield and Jacoby Brissett at quarterback. I think when we get some actual talent, like, you could just tell the offense was dumbed down. He wasn't letting Baker do anything because Baker couldn't really read a field too well. So he was dumbing it down, and it was really limited what we could do. I think now spread it out, and you can see Stefanski get really creative. I think you're going to see that a lot this year.
I hope you're right. I am very nervous about Stefanski too. BK Rod, Aaron Rodgers won't do anything. Watson will play well. I hope you're right. I love Chubb. I think he represents the Browns well. I know a lot of Browns fans. I'm not unique in that fashion. I do hope, Tony, they give the ball to 24. He makes me feel good. He's like that warm cup of milk at the end of the night. It makes your tummy just feel like nice and settled and mellow. I would like to see some Chubb get the ball. My other thing in this game, and again, we'll do a lot of fantasy throughout the year. I'm not a believer in him either. That's where I'm nervous about the Browns. And that said, I do want to see one thing tonight that I am expecting high things for. I want to see the special teams play crisp. I'm not expecting excellence. I'm not expecting primetime performers. But Tony, I'm excited about this Bubba Ventrone. I like him. I like how he talks. I'm expecting better special teams. Am I wrong?
Well, I mean, I think that's like the one thing we can actually watch tonight, because these are, for the most part, going to be a lot of the guys who are going to be our special team guys. Like, this is who it's going to be for the most part. Some of our better guys will still get on there. But to make sure we're not committing penalties, we don't need to be perfect as night one, but just disciplined effort. Really, if we see those two things, that's all I'm looking for.
Yes. Emil, I agree with you. I don't drink a warm cup of milk either. It's a metaphor. Unless it's like around some vodka, ice cubes, I'm not drinking any. Or Bailey's. I'm not drinking any warm cup of milk. If you like what Tony does, check him out. He writes wonderful articles on BelieveInTheLand.com. Check it out. You're going to see a lot more of Tony. Tony and I talk sometimes on the YouTube page, Believe in the Land. Check us out. I know, Emil. Yes, I'm drinking milk. As my phone just paused to remind me my battery's low. But anyways, the battery's back now. We're back, baby. Check out Tony. And again, do you want 2 tickets? We're giving 2 pairs of tickets away for Commanders Browns. Sign up for the newsletter on the BelieveInTheLand.com page at the bottom. Sign up today for the newsletter. All right, Tony, last final thoughts. We have about 2 minutes left 15 minutes before kickoff. Last thoughts, anything else that's on your brain today before the game?
No, just let's go see what these quarterbacks got in them. Obviously, the hype's on DTR, but Kellen Mond's been in this offense for like a while now. We got him at the end of last year, so let's see what they got.
Are you anything betting-wise we should pay attention to?
Honestly, so I'm personally not going to be betting on the preseason. I want the players to be engaged, so I'm not going to put my hard-earned money at work. But the one that actually makes sense with, if you look back at the history, Browns to get over 16.5 points. Since Stefanski's been here, they've went over that every single time. And I think Stefanski's the perfect coach for preseason because of his ability to, like, dumb the offense down and make it easier and kind of hide players' weaknesses. I think he's going to find easy ways to get cheap yards, and I think they get 17 points.
There you go. If you want to put some coinage on the Browns, you heard it here first. Again, go to BelieveInTheLand.com. Sign up for the newsletter. Get a chance to win some free tickets. Get the yard line for the Commanders game. You'll see a lot more Tony Camino and his handsome beard on all these perks and channels. I'll be here after the game live talking about post-game. I really want to see Cedric Tillman, Ika, McGuire, Mitchell, and I'm interested to see also come on Thompson Robinson. Disappointed about Jerome Ford. Tony's there. I am here. We'll be back on throughout the year. Go Browns!